Welcome to Aussie Kiwi Adventure Rider.com. Let's do this! After our adventure in the previous video at Murray Sunset National Park Rocket Lake, I exited onto the Calder Freeway and headed north towards Red Cliffs, a small town 15k or so before Mildura. I was exhausted. I'd had a challenging ride out of Rocket Lake that morning, so I stopped for lunch and over a burger with the lot from the local takeaway. I started thinking about where to camp for that night. I googled the Red Cliffs area and noticed a campground at Bottle Bend on the side of the Murray. Only 15k away. Perfect, an easy camp. That's exactly what I need for tonight. What could possibly go wrong? Well, a lot can go wrong, as you'll see in this episode of our 20,000 kilometre adventure around Australia. I paid little respect to the clay track into Bottle Bend. Sure, I noticed it was slippery, but nothing I could not handle. I must say that burger sure was good. It really hit the spot. I did notice the ominous clouds and thought rain was on the horizon. And as the story is told, I soon learn that these tracks are slippery in the wet. So here we are at Bottle Point, Red Cliffs. This is the Murray River. Pretty close to Mildura here. So this is my fourth camp night tonight. So here's Big Blue. I'll be settling in pretty early. I'm exhausted. I've been riding sandy tracks all day, which is pretty hard work. And standing up is hard work, I'm telling you. I am not ride fit and I need to get a lot fitter for this. I wish I brought my fishing rod because I'd be catching some Murray River cod if I had. But I couldn't fit them on Big Blue, so I'll just take an early night instead. Well, it sure had bucketed down rain overnight, and unknown to me, the tracks are now super slippery clay, awaiting the unaware adventurer. Meanwhile, I am super relaxed. I am enjoying the beauty of my Bottle Bend surroundings on the Murray, but my mood is soon going to change to anxiety when I fully realise the situation. Welcome to sunrise in Bottle Bend, Red Cliffs. Pissed down with rain all night, so the river's come up a bit. Big Blue, she got a little bit wet. Morning. Well, you slipped in long enough. Ready to go. I ride out. I don't even bother to turn the GoPro on. I figure 15k and I'll be back at the takeaway for breakfast. No worries. Yeah, it's happened. Anyway, I'm going to try and pick it up. It's just wet clay, no grip. So
I've unpacked some gear over there, taken a pannier off there. The idea is to try and actually get enough grip to pick her up. We'll give it a go. Yeah, so remember I said it rained last night? Sure did. And this is just clay, there's no grip. And these tyres are just not good for this. So I will most certainly be avoiding the puddles and just progressing slowly. Yeah, so here's the problem. Grip. So this mud is super sticky, and it's, as you can see, the problem. So I don't think I'll be going much further today. Well, this is not really what I packed the spade for, but it's working. You see it's like slicks on mud. So I'm just going to work away on this and we'll be done. Yeah, hard work. Some stuff there, just a clay pit there, plenty of there. Yeah, so this is where we're going. But this is actually so slippery, you can hardly even walk up here. In fact, there's no way there's a chance to get up there. So I think I'll be making myself comfortable for night 2 at the Murray.
That was one of my better decisions. There is no way I'm getting out of here with an 80% road tyre on my bike. Despite my predicament, it's very easy to enjoy being in Bottle Bend for an extra night. It is just so beautiful.
So here we are, we're just down the road from Bottle Bend, where I was camping last night. I actually walked the track and it's very difficult to even walk it because the mud sticks to your shoes and then you just start sliding. And that's exactly what happened to these tyres. And when I get to Broken Hill, I'll be putting full knobbies on Big Blue so that she can stand a little better. So tonight we're going to have a little bit of a treat. We'll probably ride out tomorrow at about 2 p.m. The forecast is fine, open by 2 o'clock. Would have dried out a lot. Oh, here's a treat, apple pie. And we have classic beef curry, absolute ripper. So that's what we're going to be cooking tonight. And right now, I'm going to go down and fly the drone.
I fly the drone, and all is good. But unfortunately, I then decide to fly the drone between the trees along the track. Because its batteries aren't fully charged, it decides to return to home. It immediately starts to ascend and hits the foliage, spinning out of control into a death dive. Eventually I wrestle the controls and force it to land. First it was a man down, and now it's a drone down. Well, there are a couple of traps for young players, and now this adventurer is much wiser.
The Kookaburra, one of Australia's most magnificent birds. And here we have dinner. So here we are, leaving Bottle Point. It didn't rain overnight and I've waited till 12 noon. There's the riverboat on the Murray. I've waited till 12 noon because that'll let it dry out a bit after my experience yesterday. So according to me, it's all good.
I have found a small track that winds along beside the river. I will take that out instead of using the main four-wheel drive tracks. I feel a little anxious as I fire up Big Blue, but I'll take my time, and I only have 15 k's to go to the bakery. You can see the darker, wet patches. They are lethal slippery. So I need to stay on the drier strips to get through. But in some patches, what looks to be dry, just under the surface, is very wet. I just found it.
Asshole.
Anyhow, now that I am experienced at this, here's an instruction video on how to pick up your adventure bike. Follow along, step by step.
Jesus. That's what adventure is all about. So get out there, give it a go. Okay, so we are here. This is a road to freedom. So I had to go through a wet, rutty bit there. Just came up here, and straight away I've been working away with my spade, because if you can see in there, these tyres are caked again. So we're just pulling this off, because otherwise you have no grip at that moment at all. And here's the front. You can see that this is the problem. So you got to get that off. Not to mention the fact it's probably, as you can see, it's jamming in here. So a bit of spade work to do, and then we'll be back on the road. This is where I have more experience now, because I know, don't keep going, because as soon as you need to turn, you will not be turning. That's the interesting bit in there, isn't it? That it's just clogged. So I roll it forward. I go through this exercise 5 or 6 times. I'm sure you don't need to watch this pain step by step. Yeah, looking forward to the baby. Well, 6 k's to go apparently. I've become an expert at riding with clay caked tyres. This clay, you could actually make sculptures out of it. So you can see, there it is. So what you do is, when you get an opportunity, you ride into the as sandy as you can get it. There's a sandy bit back there, and that cakes the clay and helps you get it off. So you can see I'm going to be doing a lot of spade work here. So I just don't want, I think if you ignored this, first of all you're going to come off, but secondly the wheel could actually just jam in the brake, I think. I don't know, but I reckon it could. So there we go, out you get. So you could make a sculpture out of that. Look, here you go, look at that. It's beautiful stuff. Look. Make a little marble. I might even bring that back to Melbourne. Put it on the mantle. What do you reckon? Other than it's so damn heavy. Okay, so I'll keep going. So I'm not recording the ride because it's incredibly ugly. I've developed a new technique. It's actually embarrassing, but what you do is you stick Big Blue in first, and you let her go right down to stall. And BMW have a anti-stall system, and so it electronically just keeps blipping a little bit of fuel in there to stop it from stalling. And it's actually amazingly good at stopping it from stalling. So then you can put both feet down and just concentrate on steering. And you're literally just steering on an ice skating rink. The thing's just sliding all over the place. And at a couple of points, anti-stall speed is too fast, so you pull in the clutch. Now that's ugly, so I'm not putting that up on YouTube. I mean, there's just something about it that really should never a go on YouTube. So I'm going to keep doing it anyway. So I've made it 3k down this road so far. And so now, so you just get those edgy bits off. Because that's where it starts building up, is on the edges. That's where you slide out in the front, if you've let the mud cake on these edges. Because then you'd go to turn, and there's nothing. You're just gone. And so now the technique is sitting, not standing. With this anti-stall working. And just very gently working the bars to keep on the driest line I can see. I mean, I'll give you some more tips. A great mud clearing technique, don't use the spade that way. That's a mistake, see? You use it this way. And see that? Contours of the tyres. Just get that working. Beautiful. Maybe I should take that clay home. I could pull in at the post office and post it. If any sculptures are actually paying for clay, you shouldn't be paying much, because there's plenty of it. Alright, this must be boring as shit for you. Hopefully that's a better texture up there where it changes colour. I have been tempted by this little track, but my sense of humour is running out rapidly, so I'll see you soon at the bakery.
Well, it's a little late and the bakery is now closed. However, the takeaway bar is open. It's the same one where I had a burger with the lot at the beginning of this adventure. I'll be having the same again and washing that down with a couple of lattes. The plan from here to head north to Broken Hill.